KIA EV9 7-seater SUV. Now this is huge, just over 5 meters long, 21-inch wheels. I love this car. I have to say I'm in love for this electric car. This is really stunning, and it's a big car. And because it's a big car, it's going to be heavy as well. There's so many miles that you can do. Don't believe when they say you can do 347 miles, because you will not do it. This is a heavy car, and I can accept that. I'm going to be more realistic. I'm going to say this will do perhaps between 240 and 270. Somebody actually told me they did the 240 miles, 70 miles an hour on a motorway. That is not too bad for the size of this car, but I'm very impressed. This is really beautiful. Is this actually the best and the most beautiful electric SUV on the market? Perhaps that's what it is. Now, this is the top of the range, is the EV9 GT, and it comes with all the extras that you want with a car. First impressions is really impressive. I love the way the steering wheel responds and the feedback that I have from it. Really cool. This is a big car. It's got a big screen, 12.3 inches, similar to a BMW that I drove, the M5 actually, but they are using so many different cars. This car is 5 meters long, plenty of space for 7 people. At the moment, I'm not a big fan of electric cars. But anyway, it's got some features that I like. It today, for example, is 6 degrees, but it's cold. So it's got heated steering wheel, heated seats, front and back. I'm driving the top of the range. This car is not cheap, but compare with the Range Rover, for example, it's much, much cheaper. It's very comfortable. I got the heated seats on, the heated steering wheel, so it keeps me warm because my hands, they are cold. And yes, outside is really beautiful, but it is very cold. And what a day that I'm choosing to drive the car, because it was supposed to have a storm here, started yesterday, but today is a beautiful day, no wind. Yesterday it did reach over 100 miles an hour. I think he went as far as 114, but today is fine. I'm driving the car, for example, on a motorway. Let's see how he responds. Can he drive on his own? Yes, he can. Oh my goodness. So he's slightly curved to the left, but he did respond well. Wow. So he's got the lane control electronic system, so he keeps you not going off-road. He did to the left as well. I was always going to the left. Wow, that is impressive. Oh, I think I'm going to have a nap. When I get to my destination, I'm just hope he will brake and stop. And there you go. Once again, this car is incredible. Love the safety features that it's got. Should I buy it? Should I consider, or should I avoid? I will tell you that in the end. It's very comfortable. It's really big. I went with a friend of mine a couple of days ago in his Range Rover, and my goodness, this is big as his car, if not even bigger, or maybe even wider. At the moment, I can't do a lot of miles. It's just saying here 45. The car actually is telling me consider having a brake. Are you kidding? Maybe I will stop soon. Maybe I'll have a coffee in a service. And this is a brand new 2025 EV9 Kia that is really stunning. When it came out, I decided myself, no, I need to try and drive this car. I need to see how good it is. But it's got a huge presence. I tell you what, if you go camping or go on holidays with your partners or friends or even family, if you got children or not, or dogs, this has got plenty of space. It's got plenty of space, so there's plenty of, you don't need to have a tent or even pay more to be in a mobile caravan. This is so big that when you fold the seats, it's got the biggest space that I have seen, of 2,000 liters. It's got even massage seats. It's massaging my back. The only thing I'm always concerned in these cars is the mileage that you do. Now they say you can do on a fully charged overnight 347 miles. Now that will never happen, my friends. This is a over 2-ton car, and it depends of your driving conditions of the road, what gadgets you are using, like the aircon, the radio, and all sorts of things. So you have to consider that. So easy to maneuver, very impressive. It's got that annoying noise that of an electric car. So it's good, you know, you need to have some kind of a music in a car, or perhaps if you got someone with you, because to listen that noise from the batteries, I don't like it. I love the presence. The car is beautiful, well designed. Kia here, they did a good job, I have to say. The government even encourage you to buy, but I still think they are very expensive. Very expensive. They should be more affordable. So this car, for example, it's got 7 years guarantee or 100,000 miles, whatever comes the first. If you go to settings, you can set up 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive system. I like that. Very comfortable, full of so many things. Perhaps you would lose hours. When you move from one lane to the other, the car does try not to do that. So you have to bear that in mind. You need to be a little forceful, because the car thinks you're going off lane, you could have an accident. What I understand, but you have to force, because if not, you will not go to the next lane. So think of that. This car can be driven on its own on a motorway, and that is cool. For example, if you take your eyes off the road, you would have to do something, pick something from the floor. He will do by himself. It's pretty cool. It displays the speed on the screen as well. I like that. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. Oh, the feeling of the leather on the steering wheel is just something else. It's got so many spaces for you to put things. Unbelievable. 2 cups here, well designed actually. Points for you to charge your mobile phone. Is really cool, really cool. You can add actually a feature, is here a sensor where you'll put your finger, it will read your finger, and every time you come, so you can have settings, for example, for you can set up just for your wife, so when he reads your fingerprint, it will go to the settings that you set up for you. And I do like that feature, because if you got a partner, you can set up the way you like it. Even the positions of the seat, they are comfortable, big, really good quality. I feel some kind of a luxury here we're talking about. My friend's got a Range Rover, and I love his car. Love is just quality on a road. But this one is not behind, not behind. And yes, it's electric. I wouldn't be too keen if I would have to go and buy a car. I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't go after an electric car. But I do like them, and they got some positivities, but not everything is perfect. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh. A good couple of years ago, I used to have a speed detector. So if I would go over the speed on a motorway, or even in a town, and now some towns, they start to reduce the speed to 20 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour, and the car actually tells you. So you don't need to use your mobile phone or even a sat nav, because the car, you can read the speed that you go. If you go above the speed, it will start to make funny noises. You can turn them off if you want. I don't mind to have, because I like to drive in the speed. For example, I'm on a motorway and I'm doing 65 miles an hour. As you can see, it's just because I enjoy the driving, the luxury of the car, the way the quality of the leather from the steering wheel to the seats. It's just a quality that I'm seeing here. There's lots of compartments, for example, just here in the middle, where actually they cut. I was blown away the way I drove this car. It wasn't so noisy like some other electric cars that I have driven, and I was blown away. I forgot even it was an electric car. These cars now, they come with so many features. They got so many sensors. For example, well, in a car or even fainted, this car, it could even stop and it would keep you on the same lane and it would come to a stop eventually. That is a really cool feature. This is almost £74,000. It sounds is a little bit expensive, but if we go to Range Rover, for example, or the Defender, they are more expensive than this. And this, for me personally, actually is more beautiful. This is really stunning. You got the main LED lights to drive when it's completely dark, those ones there. And this car is really stunning, but a really beautiful feature on this car, for me personally, is very futuristic, and I like that. I like that. On inside as well, it's got a mixture of the analog and digital together. That was a really good combination. And this car actually is got quality. Even the seats, the leather, the materials, the heated steering wheel, the heated seats, front and back actually you can have. And you can have 7 people inside this SUV. This is incredible. I love this car. Guys, I said in the beginning, should I buy, consider or avoid this car? I'm gonna say I would buy it. Actually, I would say, I can't believe it, I'm saying that because I'm not into electric cars. But if I would have to consider electric car, I wouldn't think twice. I have driven others, and this one is the number one. And because I like big cars, that actually would suit me. You can see the front of the car. How big is this? This is just over 6 foot long. Really outstanding. I'm blown away by the features, the safety, and yes, I would buy the car. And the thing is, guys, you need always to consider how many people you have in a car, the mileage, etc. This comes prepared even for the fast charge. In 15 minutes you can have a fast charge actually with the car, because it comes prepared for the high voltage. I think it's 800 voltage that it can charge. So in 15 minutes, if you are desperate, you can charge this very quickly. And obviously you do need to have a point at home so you can charge, or if you travel on a motorway, you can have a coffee or eat and leave them on charge for 40 or 50 minutes, and you should have at least 80%. But depends wherever you go, guys. Some service like this one I'm here is just 3 points, but one of them actually is broken, is not working, so you have to consider that in mind. I'm very happy with this car. The way it handles, the feedback you get from the steering when you drive this car is really cool, and I'm in love. One of the best electric cars that I have driven, guys. Hope you have enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because Mr. Week will be very grateful. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.